So how are we feeling, guys? I know it's still spring, we're a long way from games, but you've seen plenty of the field the last month.
Yeah.
Still early, but how are we feeling about the initial state of this team?
I think team chemistry has come a long way from last spring. Everybody's more comfortable. Everybody knows what they're doing on the field. Just everybody feel like they can play how they want to play.
Touching on what Aaron said, I think team chemistry is something really big that we focused on this offseason with 6 a.m. workouts, conditioning, growing closer together, and that bond has just made this team that much better.
At this stage in the spring, obviously you guys aren't, like I said, you're a long way away from playing games. You're a long way from where you're going to want to be on that first game day. But during these spring practices, as a team, what are you hoping to accomplish? So when you're done, where do you hope to be as a group?
Well, one thing, we want to maintain health. We want to compete with each other, and just become better players individually. Work on our weaknesses, learn terminology, stuff like that. The little things. So when the season get here, it won't, it'll be easier for us.
Of course, you guys have the spring game coming up this weekend. What are you guys hoping to do there? What are you hoping to accomplish Saturday night?
Want to play a competitive spring game. We've put a lot of work into this. It's a process. Ever since last season, workouts, conditioning, all that. So it's kind of a summary of all the hard work that we put in for the winter. And then it kind of caps off our, spring ball. And then after that, get started for summer and working on fall.
Aaron, I was out at the scrimmage on Saturday, and just talk about how far this defense has come. I've seen you guys kind of getting after each other, holding people accountable. I guess how far have you seen from last season just to right now where this defense is?
The defense come a long way. We're not afraid to communicate with each other. We're not afraid to compete. We'll get on each other if we mess up. So.
Has that been something that last year maybe wasn't easy to do?
Yeah, I feel like more guys are talking. Everybody wants to make sure everybody knows what the play is and what's going on. We want to see each other do good, so we want to make sure everybody's. Me as a linebacker, I want to make sure he's getting the play. I want to make sure the safeties, D-line, I want to make sure everybody getting the play so they can do their job easier and make plays.
I know this will be an inter-squad game, but how competitive do you imagine it will be? I know you guys are teammates, but as an offensive guy, defensive guy, how competitive do you expect it to be on Saturday?
Oh, it's going to be competitive. Charles he wants to knock me out, but it's going to be very competitive. But that's good. In the past, it hasn't been very competitive. Competition breeds success. So I think competition is very important.
Charles, I'll ask you from an offensive standpoint. I know this is an offense that hasn't struggled to score points, especially against some of the top teams in the conference. As an offensive guy, what are you hoping to see from the offense on Saturday?
I hope the offense is going to show a good display of fundamentals. I think that's one thing that we really focused on was, get back to the basics, just do your job. Coach talks about 111. We have all 11 guys doing our job, then, we'll be successful.
After, plenty of practices over the last month, where do you feel the state of this team is right now?
Well, I think we're in a really good spot. We've emphasized mental toughness and discipline and accountability all off season. And one of the things I've been really happy with during our practices is it's gotten pretty salty out there. Guys have got after one another, and the thing that I kept emphasizing with the team is what that shows to me is their investment. They don't want to lose a yard or give up a play because they really are invested in what we're doing. They're invested in what they've done. We've worked them awfully hard in our off-season conditioning program, and thankfully for me as a coach, the players have completely bought into that and have wanted to do everything we've asked them to do. And so as a result, we've seen a much more competitive, physical, and tough football team at practice. And that's led to some great work that each side of the ball is gathered, throughout spring. So I'm about as happy as I could be. We're not where we need to be, for sure. We still have a ways to go, but I'm about as happy as I could be given where we started heading into spring and kind of how this offseason has come together as a whole.
Coach, kind of right along those lines, having you expand upon that, how does it sort of make you feel? And I'm sure you had something to do with this, but how does it make you feel to hear these guys say, we want to get up for this spring game, even if it is us playing against our teammates. In years past, it maybe hasn't been as competitive as it should be. How does that make you feel to know that they are invested, like you said?
Well, it's a step in the right direction for sure. I mean, the team has to really feel ownership within our university, within our program, and then within their own team. And they do feel that, and I can't say that I knew if they felt that before. Maybe individually certain guys did, but collectively I don't think we had that the way we needed to have it. Nobody's fault, just the way it was. But right now I feel really good about our mentality, the commitment levels of the program, where they want to take this thing as a team. So I'm happy with as I said, their progress. We've got a ways to go, but they're definitely making a lot of strides, and we're a much better football team today than we were even 3 or 4 weeks ago before spring ball had started, and certainly before the off-season program had started.
Do you think that has to do with the players' comfortability, maybe with the new coaching staff that came in last year, basically all brand new? Now you guys got a full year together, full off-season together. Do you think that helps with all that?
Yeah, I think just the foundation being laid for the players as far as what expectation levels are and what they need to do each day to be a part of the program and to be a high-level contributor in the program. I think that's one of the things I've been most pleased with is guys want to be recognized as a high-level contributor. They're not satisfied with just being on the team. And some continuity with our staff has helped. I think one of the real important factors is our leadership in our program has grown significantly. Aaron James, I heard him talk when he was earlier on about the holding each other accountable. They're not afraid to talk to each other and to hold each other in that way. And so that's been very encouraging. I see that across the level of the team. And so I think there's a lot of factors that have led to us having a more competitive, balanced team, but certainly our players and their desire to be better is a big part of it.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you spoke to the competitiveness in practice. That's something that you like to see your players really getting after, even at this early stage. I know spring practice is, as you said, you're far away from where you want to be on game day. Spring is probably a lot of introductory stuff, getting guys familiarized with the system. A lot of those other little things that you key on in spring practice, are you starting to see some positive results from that as you close out?
Yeah. I mean, we've worked a variety of situations in practice, third down, backed up, red zone. We do all those things. We've had a number of live periods in practice where it's full tackle, I mean, just all those things. They just help develop like the character and the grit of the team and their knowledge of how to compete given a situation. Our scrimmage on Saturday, for example, I mean, it's live and we're moving the ball, and I'm noticing players are looking at the sideline, looking at what down and distance it is. I don't think I saw that really last year. I mean, they were just kind of out there just playing, and now I see a guy, hey, it's 3rd and 4. Hey, expect our defense to do this, expect our offense to do that. I mean, just the knowledge of football and how to play the game has gone up significantly. That's one of the big things that I felt happy about this spring. So I think, again, we definitely have made some good strides.
First spring game this weekend, Coach. What are you hoping to see from the boys out there on the field?
Well, I want them just to play their tails off. It's their last practice, really, until we get all the way to middle of August. So they have nothing to lose, right? I want to see them compete. I hope we have a great crowd of supporters here in Minot to see what kind of football team we can be. I feel really confident about these kids. They're believers in our university, and they're believers in what they need to do as part of this community and to be a great team. I know that. I've been around them all off season to feel comfortable saying that. I think we're going to have a good football team, and I want people to be able to see that. And just for them, as far as players are concerned, I mean, you know, they're still trying to earn starting positions, and not that they're going to win it necessarily just in the spring game, but it certainly will set the stage for where they want to be throughout the summer and as we enter into fall camp come August. So, I mean, the guys have a lot on the line. There's a lot at stake for them, and I want them to play that way, while at the same time recognizing that there's still some time to develop themselves and get themselves more ready for that first game against Southwest Minnesota State. So, looking for competition and looking for guys to have a great time playing this great game.
So I've kind of been thinking about the right way to phrase this. When it comes to that spring game, is this a chance for the coaches as well to maybe work on things, whether it's play calling or what have you, or is it more about the players themselves, or do you try to find that balance between the two sides?
No, we want it to be beneficial for everybody. You know, our coaches have to get used to substitutions and playing no huddle and down and distance and field position and all those things. You know, and that's something we've worked on during the spring, and it's something that they'll need to continue to work on during the scrimmage. So for our players and coaches alike, it's an opportunity to get better, and we definitely need to treat it like that. And I know everybody is, and of course on Saturday we expect to get better as a program. That's the ultimate goal for this spring game.